Hello, you're watching Hexus TV. We're here at the Scan Overclocking Day here at Scan Towers in Bolton, and I'm talking to Odie and R2K from Team Dignitas. Hi, guys.
Yeah, hello. How are you doing?
Very well, thanks. So, just remind me, you got all this sort of football strip going on here, but you're not football players, are you? Remind me what Team Dignitas does.
We're professional gamers. So basically, Team Dignitas is the UK's largest professional gaming team.
Excellent. And you say professional, that's what you do for a living?
Yes, we've been going as a company now for 6, nearly 7 years.
Blimey.
Started off as a clan, just a group of mates playing for fun, 2003, although I've been playing longer than that, and it's turned into a business.
Wow, so now you just sneer at clans, do you?
No, we actually watch a lot of clans because
I was only joking.
That's where we came from. They're our supply line.
Yeah.
So just like most sports, and we class it as a sport, we're always looking for the next top player.
Do you call it an e-sport, yeah?
Yeah, it's an electronic sport.
Yeah.
So it still hasn't. Right, we call it a sport, but we know it isn't a real sport because we're not running around playing.
I quite like chess or whatever.
Exactly. So like darts. So to us, it's a sport because how the hell else do you class it?
Right, and you compete.
Yeah, we compete for money, and I used to do a lot of sport, and mentally, when you prepare for a gaming event, it's the same, probably, if not more intensive.
So, so you can win money as well, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. We don't do it to win money. That's kind of
no, of course not.
Yeah, of course, but it's turned into a bonus. When I started playing with Ram 12 years ago, we were playing and we were happy to win 10 quid on a Saturday at an online tournament. Now it's turning into hundreds of thousands of pounds to win.
Wow, really? What's the most you've ever won?
$500,000 in a tournament in America.
Yourself?
For a team I was in with 10 players, so we split it 10 ways. So yeah, it was good. Good day.
Beers were on you then?
Actually, it was. We went to a nice restaurant, Venice Beach in California. It was really good.
So what's are there any particular games that people are really into in sort of esports at the moment?
It's really had a big change in the last 6 months. StarCraft has really jumped up to the front of gaming. StarCraft 2. There's a game called League of Legends, which is another RTS. It's a multiplayer RTS. I
thought competitive gaming was more normally sort of first-person shooters and fragging people and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's still there, but it's kind of it seems to be falling away at the moment, and I think that's purely down to the games that are out. There's not many first-person shooters that have support from the developers to make them competitive and make them an esport, which is a shame because I'm an FPS player. I like shooting things.
Don't we all?
Yeah, exactly. But at the moment, StarCraft is a fantastic game to watch, very hard to play, and the top players are very intelligent.
Excellent. I'm going to go on to you, Ram or R2K, as I can see on your back, just to ask you a little bit about peripherals here. Now, I've been writing about the PC sector on the whole for a little while, and I remember when I first encountered high-end sort of gaming peripherals, I found it a little bit bizarre, to be honest, that people would spend that much and there'd be that much R&D invested in it. But obviously, I've realised that there is a demand for this, or we wouldn't still have these things. Just wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about sort of which peripherals are doing it for you and why, and why it's worth sort of shelling out. This one costs 110 quid. Why it's worth shelling out that kind of money?
So the one that costs 110 quid here is the Razer Black Widow Ultimate. Now this is the top of the line keyboard from Razer at the moment. It's a mechanical keyboard. So
as opposed to what?
As opposed to the normal. So you remember the IBM keyboards that they had back in the day? So it's sort of the clickety click.
Yeah.
That was because it had a lot. It can do a lot more. You can type a lot more. And you can press a lot more keys at the same time. Whereas if you have a normal conventional keyboard, you can only press like probably 3 to 4 buttons at the same time.
And then the signal starts to get confused or whatever.
Yes, that's it. So you start to trap the signals, and it's just so you have to do one thing at a time. So it's keyboards like this. It's like StarCraft players will use this, and they have so many actions per minute. It's like they're all over the place, and then it helps them because it can command their commands and stuff. It'll make them.
That scares me when I'm gaming. I like RTS gaming, but I'm still pretty much using the on-screen interface and the mouse. I'm a bit behind on that.
So if you watch like the StarCraft 2 players, you see them using the mouse and the keyboard at the same time. Keyboard is going like crazy, mouse is going crazy, and this is what benefits them. Yeah. So if they use a normal conventional keyboard, then it's not going to work for them. That will be their downfall.
Okay. So do you use one of these?
I don't use this particular keyboard. I use another Razer keyboard called the Lycosa, which you can see over there on the Unreal machines over there. So that's the one I use.
Check that out in a bit. And tell me about mice. Is it really worth shelling out? I can't see the price tags right now, but I imagine we're looking at 50, 60, 70 quid or something like that. Is it worth shelling out that kind of money on a mouse?
On a gaming mouse these days, yes, because it's durable. That's the thing with gaming. You have to have a durable mouse that can withstand, all the time that you play and use with a mouse. If you have any normal conventional mouse that you use maybe at work, you can find that if you're trying to use to play, maybe a week or so, you can see the wear and tear.
Yeah.
Whereas these are very.
And you start to get all stuff accumulating on the bottom of it and that sort of thing.
Unfortunately, yeah, you get all the gunk and stuff like that accumulating, and it starts to be in there, and it's not the best thing to use for gaming.
I got one last question for you. What is the longest uninterrupted time you've spent gaming?
That was a few years ago. The longest of time I had was 71 hours.
71 hours. Did you have to wear a nappy? Only joking. But that's 71 hours. I mean, presumably, you have toilet breaks and you have a bite to eat and stuff like that. But that's pretty much uninterrupted, yeah?
That was uninterrupted. Of course, you have to have food and you have to have toilet breaks, because if you don't, then you are really going to hurt yourself.
It's all going to go wrong.
It's all going to go wrong. But that was the 71 hours was at a LAN. This was before even Team Dignitas. I was a really good gamer, and I thought I've got to keep going.
Right.
And I just made it to that extent, really.
Right. Well played. All right, it's great speaking to you guys. Thank you. So I was talking to Team Dignitas at the Scan Overclocking Day. You've been watching Hexus TV.